so what I want to do is I'm going to call the meeting to order right at 7 o'clock because we do have a quorum. With that, I'm going to go ahead and read, due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic in accordance with Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, public bodies otherwise governed by the OML are temporarily relieved from requirement that meetings be held in public places open and physically accessible to the public, so as long as measures are taken to ensure public access to the body's deliberation through adequate and alternative means. This meeting will be live on Zoom. The public may participate remotely by joining Zoom meeting ID number 840-0877-2826 or by calling 929-205-6099. For additional information about the remote participation, please contact Carly Antonellis, Assistant Town Manager at atm@ayer.ma.us or dial 978-772-8220 extension 100 prior to the meeting. I thank you, everybody, and I realize I probably should say that it's not live on Zoom. We don't, it is being taped, and it would be accessed. So I do appreciate that. All right.
There is a email from Beth sent about 4 minutes before 7 that she can't make it.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't have my email up. All right, so we won't have Jason or Beth. Okay, everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? With that, can I, hi Delaney, can I go ahead and get an approval of, make a motion to accept the agenda as written? Somebody?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as written.
Okay.
Seconder.
All right. Barry made the motion, Julie seconded. Roll call, seeing that we're on Zoom. Jess,
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
Julie,
Yes.
and the chair says aye. So approved unanimously. Woohoo! Now the minutes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and review the minutes. I've got a couple corrections, Jess, please.
Okay.
Again, they're always well written for sure. There was just two things that I needed to correct on page 4 at the bottom with regard to the committee updates.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the my comment with regard to that letter for the state in support of NOAA, that's coming from the Affordable Housing Committee, not from the Housing Authority.
Oh, okay, so that should be,
You could put slash if you want to Housing Authority slash or whatever, Affordable Housing Committee, because the letter is from the committee. Housing Authority is giving its thumbs up for that project, but
so how do you want me to rewrite that? I'm a little,
if you want to, you can put down Housing Authority with a bullet saying that is the Housing Authorities is supporting the NOAA project. The Affordable Housing Committee sent a letter to the state. So it's be 2 bullets underneath it. I'll send it to you.
send it to me, okay.
Okay, all right. That's So the second item is on that, on the page 5, the Affordable Housing Committee for Colleen. It would be Affordable Housing Trust. And I just realized 2 Colleen's not here. Julie, have you heard from Colleen?
Sorry, I didn't check with her. I was dealing with a child. Do you want me to check in?
If you can, but don't, I just want to make
Okay,
sure.
so the letter in support of NOAA is from the Affordable Housing Committee?
Committee.
Okay. And with support of the Housing Authority.
Correct.
And that is not the same as the Affordable Housing Trust
Correct.
Colleen is on. Okay.
Right. The trust is the one that has the money. The committee's the one that's doing all the grunt work. before the committee,
Okay, I'll get it
before the
eventually.
trust. All right.
All right.
Those are my only corrections that I had.
Okay.
All right, I do appreciate that. Anything else that anybody else have? I do apologize, people. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Not for
No?
me, no.
Okay, can I hear a motion to accept the minutes as amended?
Make a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
All right, Barry makes the
Seconded.
motion. Julie seconds it.
I can't text and do this.
That's okay, no problem. All right, let's get a, Jess,
I,
Barry,
Aye.
Julie?
Yes.
Aye. All right, and chair says aye, so, it's been approved as amended. Okay, on the correspondence, I just want to let you know on invoices, we did receive a bill for $700 from Jen Golson's company. I do apologize, Jen. I only received the one copy saying that, if we're going to be paying it. I never received an original.
I
So,
think there was trouble with, we were sending things out through QuickBooks, and a few clients were saying they weren't getting them. So we've changed to just send a PDF now. So hopefully that won't be a problem in the future. Yeah.
okay, all right. Well, I did send it to the town for them to pay, and that was supposed to happen before the 4th of July. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. All right, the other correspondence I did receive is from the Foster Company, which is an appraiser. They gave me a quote, and we're moving forward with the parcel that we spoke about in executive session. And the quote was for $3,300 to appraise that 7.39 acre parcel. With that, it's going to be approximately 30 to 45 days for them to complete the work. So I'm expecting some report in the early August timeframe. So they're going to be looking at the parcel for multiple use as well, which I think will be an awesome breakdown. So, all right, and then the other correspondence is we had the opportunity, and thank you very much to Jess, to bid and purchase some land that went through tax title foreclosure. And with that, yours truly went ahead through Jess because I couldn't make it. Again, I was in Springfield. Went ahead and purchased lot 27-29. It's a 0.45 acre. Here, let me go ahead and see if I can share. Cindy, am I allowed to share? Yeah. Let me share the screen. Hopefully it's still available. Maybe I wiped it out. I don't see it. Hold on, bear with me. Can everybody see the parcel? 27-29? Oops. Can you see it?
yep,
All right, with that, if you notice, this round circle here is what the town already owns. We are discussing with the landowners here for possible purchase, and this is the other parcel that we are interested in. We're getting the appraisal, looking at that. That will go ahead and give us a chance to, like I say, make the connection from the area downtown per se, all the way out to Groton Harvard, which will lead us towards Pine Meadow and such. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. But because of Jess being there, which she got to experience a tax title foreclosure, she was able to bid, and
it's fun when it's not your own money.
that's right. It's like right now it is, but until then, until we can get everything all set, I'll go ahead and sell it back to, sell it to the town. So this way here, I spoke with Robert because he found out, that we did do this. And I told him, I said, because CPC wants the town to really take a stand on trying to acquire this as open space. So the best thing to do is, grab something right in the middle going, okay, now we got something, let's go ahead and move to the left and to the right. And I think that that would be awesome. So Jess, thank you so much for doing that. I really do appreciate it. Was it an experience?
Yes, it was an experience. Just sit there and,
What number were you?
oh, I think I was number 4 or
Okay,
3 or 4, but out of 4.
out of 4, I know.
So
It's like, oh,
yeah, but yeah, so got one bid, didn't get another. So
right. Yep, so we definitely lucked out on that one, so I do appreciate it. Anybody have any questions with regards to that? All right, okay, so that's why I wanted everybody to know that. The other thing too, so that's it I had for correspondence and invoices. Does anybody have anything else? No, all right, I'm moving on because I know it's a gorgeous day out there. So on current businesses, before we, have Jen and team take over, I just want to let you know, I did not redo the grant agreements that we spoke about at last meeting. I will go ahead and get that done. I figured that the best thing that we can do is work on this plan, make sure that we, get it going and move ahead. Because again, all this is, our future. Before I turn it over, I know that Jen has a conflict on August 3rd, and that's when we have on our timeline for us to meet up and discuss with a public hearing to approve the plan. She'd like to go ahead and move it to August 10th, the week after. Barry, I know that historical usually has the second Wednesday of the month.
We've sort of just met when we really need to, so I would say that would be okay. Actually, that's better than August 3rd because I'm not going to be here August 3rd. So
Okay.
10th actually would be better. Better for me anyway.
Better for me too, because I got the day off. Jess, does that work out well for you?
it should. It should.
Okay, Julie? That works out? Okay, so Jen, you can unpencil it in your calendar and put on August 10th. I will go, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do the public notices and such. I'll probably send it to you first just to be sure the verbiage is right.
So that
Okay.
will be our public hearing for the
Correct,
update.
correct.
Okay.
So that would be,
Is that going to be live or is it going to be on Zoom or
it's gonna be on Zoom.
going to be on Zoom? Okay.
All right, now, we're hopefully July 15th is when the governor's decree is, supposed to be completed. However, I think that the town is gonna allow it until December. Have not seen an email yet, but right now, I know that there's only one meeting that is a hybrid meeting, and that's the board of, the select board meeting.
Yeah.
So with that, but again, right now it's planned on being a Zoom meeting and only a Zoom. So, okay. Julie, did you want to say something or? Okay, because you're on mute. All right.
No, my son needs his guitar lesson printed out. The joy of Zoom. But I
All
know
right.
we're discussing moving our meeting to August 10th as a public hearing and staying on Zoom, and I will be there. Look at me multitasking.
Moms always have to. All right, so that sounds great. We got that moved to the 10th. And now moving on, we've got the draft document from Jen and team. So I'll let you guys take over. Thank you.
Yeah, great. So we wanted to just, could you make Delaney a co-host so she can share her screen? Oh, you already are. Okay, good. So we just wanted to go over the schedule, which is, wrapping up, and we'll change that August date to the 10th. So thank you for accommodating that. And so tonight we want to review the draft plan and get your feedback, and we're happy to make changes and then submit it. What we could do is submit it a week prior to your public hearing, so you can email it to boards and commissions, to post it on the website, and really open up a public comment period. And then we'll have the public hearing the following week. And then what we typically recommend is that you leave it open for public comment for a few weeks. I don't know when you're, itching to finish it. But if you can potentially leave it open for a few weeks, we can wrap it up at the end of the month. And then submit it to you. And this is the last meeting other than the public hearing that we have in our scope with you. So what we would do is make any changes per, you'll collect any public feedback if you get any. A lot of the time in a lot of the communities that we work in, we release it for public comment and nobody comments. But sometimes you get comments. And what we can do is make any changes that you want us to, and then give you the plan by the end of August. However, if the changes are substantive, you really should meet again to discuss at your September meeting. And then you can give us the green light to make any additional changes. If they're fixing, Scribner's errors or things like that, somebody might point out like, oh, on page 8, the acreage is wrong on such and such, that doesn't really need a vote or a meeting. You can just pass that along and we'll fix it and send it to you by the end of August. But if you get comments that are, substantive in nature, like someone doesn't like the goal or something else that's really policy based, you'll want to meet in September and then just let us know any changes, and we're happy to make changes and submit it to you as soon as you give us the green light. So that's the next, and you may get comments at the meeting too. So that's fine. We just typically, especially even if it wasn't August, but especially that it's August, I like to give people a little bit of time, just to look at the document, give comments if they want to. You might get some comments from other board commission members, maybe other town officials or members of the public. So it's nice to, if we get it to you by 8/3, which is a week prior to your public hearing now, then you can have it up on the website, that week, and then maybe the week after, or you can decide when you take it down. But whenever you do, you can just give us the green light to go ahead and make final edits. We have one more round of edits after that public hearing. So you'll just want to consolidate anything that you do here or want to change, and then we'll give you the final plan. So how does that sound to you all? And do you have any other questions or thoughts on that?
So pretty much on the document that we do have, I haven't really heard back from a lot of the members. So I'm going to ask for all the members to give me feedback by the 15th of July.
That'd be
And then
great. Yeah.
this way here, I can compile it over the weekend, send it to you by that next week of the 18th. And then you should have a completed document by the week of the 25th. Does that sound about right?
Yep, that sounds good to us.
All right, and then on the 25th that week, we'll send it out to the, the committees, departments and such for their feedback. And hopefully we get something, hopefully nothing major. And I think that sort of fits into your timeline, right?
Yep, that works for us.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any concerns or questions?
Nope.
No? Okay. How do you want us to give you feedback? That's always my biggest thing. Is
Yeah.
it best for the team to, send them to me and I'll send them to you?
That's perfect. I mean, what I say, we used to be much more particular years ago, but what I have learned is that whatever is easiest for you all is the best for us. We want it to just be streamlined for you. There's a couple of different options. So you can either just send any comments you have to Janet and you can collect them and send them as an email to us, or if you'd like, we can give you the Word document if you feel comfortable using that, and you can just redline the changes that your committee wants right in it. Or if you want the PDF version, which I think is what you got sent out, you can make comments right on that, or a phone call to Delaney. Whatever is, honestly, we just want to make it easy and less of a headache for you as possible. But consolidating them is helpful to us because then we don't have to go through not, potentially 9 different versions and try to figure out, all the changes. So that would be great if you could consolidate them somehow. But do you have a preference about using the Word version, a PDF, or just sending us an email or even a phone call?
I'm better with a Word document and have it, the comment section and such. I don't know, didn't you guys have something for, Google Docs or whatever, isn't there?
Sometimes we share things on Google Docs. The problem is the formatting. I don't know, Delaney, if the formatting will get messed up at this point.
I think it probably is likely to get messed up, just because there are a lot of text boxes and charts that when you convert it to Google, the Word and Google just don't talk to each other very well for those
I wonder
types of
why.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you do also have to be careful. We've learned from other communities of open meeting law, like if you all are making changes in a Google Doc, that's technically a violation of the open meeting law. Sounds kind of crazy, but you're basically like communicating with each other online through this Google Doc. So I think just sending you the Word document, if you're comfortable with that, and letting you, Janet, take control of that and then send it back to us might be the safest thing to do.
All right, I think I like that. You guys, mind doing that? Sending me, your, your changes, edits, corrections, whatever, and an
No.
email?
No, that sounds good to me.
Okay, yep, Julie's shaking her head and Jess, yep. All right, that sounds great. Because I know that I do have, some questions and, some concerns with regards to, the editing of it. So I've got already stuff that I've got. And, one of the things that you have for an appendix is you're saying the eligibility chart is in the appendix and it's not in the document.
Oh,
So,
you know what? Why don't we shift, Delaney, to the plan and we can start to go. What we were gonna do is Delaney was just gonna go through kind of an overview and then get your comments on anything, and we can flip to whatever page you want to go to, and including the appendix, yeah. So
Mhm.
go ahead, Delaney.
Okay, yeah, I'll just run through this. Feel free to stop me. And Jen too, if you have anything you want to add, just feel free to hop in and we can just kind of talk through it as we go. So it starts out with an executive summary, and this just provides, it's just 2 pages, a brief background about CPA and how it's been going in Ayer, a very short section about our planning process, which we'll talk more about in the next chapter, and then just the description of each of the goals, and that's just the headline part. In each of the chapters as we go through, there's more details and supporting information for each of these as you look through the chapters. But this kind of summarizes everything in a nice short 2-pager. And then chapter 1, we start with an introduction talking about CPA eligibility and the background of the CPA program, both at the state level and how it's been going in Ayer. We talk about the makeup of the CPC and the funding that is available for projects and everything. And you'll recognize this from the profiles that we did. And you'll recognize this as well because it is the profiles that we completed at the beginning of the process. So everything is kind of wrapped up in here, a culmination of all of the work that we've done for this so far. This chapter continues with a review of the local and regional plans, and the next page you'll see is going through the profile that we did of summarizing all of those goals and how they relate. We talk about the community engagement and everything that we did as part of this process, and talking about the application and funding process. So then here's the review of the community goals. And then the last page is the overall CPA goals and some supporting information. This is mostly talking about how to prioritize the different CPA categories and anything that's, multiple CPA categories, aligning with the master plan, those kind of overarching goals that don't apply to a specific category. And then the chapters are broken into the different CPA categories, and each of these follows a standard format. So first we have open space, because from our engagement process, we heard that open space and recreation were kind of the top two priorities among the residents, the people who participated in our engagement process, wanted to see more of those types of projects. So we put those at the top of the order here. We have a short blurb of the needs, and again, the profiles that has more details about the needs and resources is within this chapter as well. And then it goes right into the goals, and you'll see that we have the headline text, and this is what you've seen before, or at least similar to what you've seen before. And then we have some more detail and supportive information about each of these. And I will say that at our last meeting, the biggest overall comment that we got was to just make sure that we're relating everything back to previous plans. So I just want you to know that we did go through, we related everything to the master plan, the housing production plan, open space and recreation plan, just made those connections and brought up that supporting information. So we made sure to do that. Each chapter also has a quick section about what is eligible in that category according to the CPA statute. And then you have the profiles. And then the same thing for outdoor recreation, talk about needs, and then these goals. This is relating back to the open space recreation plan. You can read through all of these details about how it relates to everything else and where these goals kind of came from. And again, eligible activities in the profile. And then we have community housing that was listed next among the priorities from what we heard from the engagement process. So again, the needs and then the goals with that supporting information and eligible activities in the profile. And then finally, historic preservation. From our engagement process, we heard that this was not the top priority. So it's listed here towards the end. And then the profile for it as well. And then we do have the appendices, and I will add the, you said it was the chart.
Eligibility chart. Mhm.
Yeah, eligibility chart.
'Cause that's always very informative for for people. And one
we
of the,
have-
okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna keep going through here, but you've seen all of this before, so.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, we just have the focus group summaries, which you've seen, the survey summary, and along with all of the appendices for that, and the forum summary.
Nice. It's nice having all that supportive documentation in there so that when people go on, how did you get these, that feedback? It's like you have the feedback right there in the appendices.
Right. Yeah, always have something to point to.
Yeah, I like that. One of the things too, if we can bring in, how many communities are at 3% versus 2% versus 1%? If we can get that number, that would be great. Because it would be, like I say, informative for people who read it. And there was one other item that I wanted to see included. It'll be inside my feedback.
Okay.
I can't find it right now, but I think it was laid out very nice. Oh, the feedback is on open space. There's like 2 goals.
Mhm.
Somehow or another, if we can pull a third out of some of the feedback. Because yeah, if we might be able to pull out a third, I'll go ahead and I'll speak a little more with Beth to see if she might be able to pull out something too, and see if that might be able to be included in her feedback.
Okay, great.
I mean, the two that those are the 2 priority ones. so, but I don't know if there might be something else, just to try to keep, 3 goals on each single one of the categories, 3 or more, so.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, all right. Anything else from the group? Barry, Julie, Jess?
Oh, I'm gonna have to print it out and go through it. That's how I do it. I
That's
can't
it.
do it on
I
screen.
got it right here, so that's how I had to do it. So that's how I did up my feedback. What I'll do right now is I'll send you all what I have for feedback of, my concerns. But so if you can send me the doc,
Yes.
then I can go ahead and start doing that and send it to the team with what I have for my comments.
Great. I'll send it right after this meeting.
Delaney, that sounds great. Thank you. Because I know some of it is just grammar, where it'd be nice to have separation from paragraph to paragraph and whatever. But nothing, I didn't have anything major that stood out that it's like, whoa, where'd you come up with that? So
That's good to hear.
you guys have done great. So anything else from the team? No, I think we still have our work cut out for us.
Hmm.
All right, and get it over to you. And anything else from Jen, Delaney? Anything else from you guys?
I think that was it, right, Delaney?
I think so. Just
Yeah.
looking forward to your feedback.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you. I hope you all get to enjoy the nice evening.
It sounds great. We're going to do our best.
All right. Have a good night, all.
You too.
Night.
Good seeing you.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see you August 10th.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay. All right, again, I do apologize before. There was one other item too, and sometimes I drive myself crazy by not putting more notes on my note paper here. Anything else for new business that other individuals might have? No, I'm seeing these head
It's
shaking.
July. It's July.
I know it's July and it's like, okay. I haven't heard any rumbling in town hall with regards to another hometown. I know that it would be nice if we did have a get together. So next time I'm down there, I'll probably start the buzz of, are we going to do anything like that we did before?
Early fall is nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So we'll see about that. And let's see, trying to think. It would be nice, getting this document all done and squared away. Because then we can focus on from what I understand, Noah is still planning on coming with an application for fall town, for fall town meeting. We also too, again, may get a application for the ceiling in the Great Hall. I told them, I said, CPC funds cannot be used to maintain it, to make it be soundproof, better sound quality. But if there's any type of fixes that need to happen on the ceiling, CPC funds can be used that for being historical. So they're going to go ahead, and I know the group of individuals that have been talking to Chuck Schultz about it are going to be talking a little bit more. Another item now I remember is I spoke with Robert again with regards to the properties that we've been looking at to purchase and such, but also looking at the availability of a pocket park downtown. He and I spoke that when people leave town hall after voting, you go out in the backyard. And I think we've all just, I've talked about it before with the group here, that you walk out on the grass. So it would be nice to create a type of pocket park behind town hall that is sort of like a continuation of the Main Street Bank garden all the way in the back, make a nice little pathway that goes out to the street or to the parking lot, one or the other. So
I think
you're
that's a
not
great
walking,
idea.
yeah, so you're not walking on the grass. In doing that, there is a granite monument that, Barry, I think you might be aware of.
Yeah,
that's
that needs
supposed
to move.
that needs to move. So with that, if we create that pocket park, we can use also funds to move that
To move that.
to the front next to the Howitzer or whatever.
Howitzer, yeah.
Howitzer. Okay.
Yeah.
The cannon. And then also too, he told me that the cannon itself doesn't have any type of concrete slab. So we can go ahead again using historical funds, not open space funds, but to restore that howitzer so that it's on a concrete slab. Take care of the, the tires, whatever, and
Yeah.
and such. Aluminum's going to be looking at prices and such, so that may also be something that's going to happen for fall town meeting. We'll see. But what do people think about the open park being in the back of town hall?
Well, I think it's a good idea where, especially if you're gonna connect to the one between the bank and the town hall, especially with the fountain is running this year and it's cleaned up and it looks nice. I think that would be great, I think.
So they're going to ask Penards for some quotes, with regards to making the garden, but also too, they'll probably have to, ask other landscapers too for quotes. But I know that Penards right now does the landscaping around, the town hall. So we'll see, again, it will be something that we'll be able to connect. And I know some of the feedback from this plan is that people want to see more pocket parks, but to have it truly on Main Street itself, that's really, I know Community and Economic Development are looking at that area as being more for businesses as well as residential on the top, on the higher floors. So I think having that pocket park behind Town Hall allows people to hang out still downtown. It's still close enough. It's just a building away. So, so that was one of the other things I wanted to bring up. For being possible new business. Anything else for new business? All right, moving along for committee reports. Jess, how about conservation? Heather working out fine? It seems like it.
Yeah, yep, and we just issued a request for proposals for peer review of the conservation analysis for Stratton Hill, which is now started its public hearing process before the planning board.
To be
Yeah.
built?
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll hear from Julie on this, it's the preliminary subdivision plan has been resubmitted. And Conservation Commission has to move forward with preparing its conservation recommendation. And we are getting a third-party review that will help us do that and also provide a lot of conservation environmental impact information for the planning board as it moves forward on this process as well. So we will be looking at proposals. Hopefully we get some, but at our meeting next Thursday, July 12th, and members of the public can always participate.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Julie, moving right into you.
Planning board has started with a preliminary plan from Stratton Hill. Yeah, everything Jess said, still going. I'm sure the public will be there, but more are welcome.
How many acres is Stratton Hill? Do you know?
About 160 now or something like that. I think 132 almost would
That
go
sounds
into
about
conservation.
It's hard because they throw those numbers together with the Groton numbers a lot when they're giving their presentations, but
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Yeah, and then I think, yeah, so it'd be about 132 acres in air for conservation. And another 20 acres plus for, is it 37 housing units, 35
Buildings.
buildings. 2 will be duplexes that are affordable. Allegedly, so.
Well, I think that's part of the new inclusionary housing, right? If you build some, that it's either you give us money or you have to make some of them affordable. So, all right, that'd be great. So on the buildings, are they?
Oh, and just so everybody knows, you know, because we do have the conservation fund, the offer of, you know, the town or the town with Fish and Game trying to buy this parcel from the developer has been made over and over again. So we can't use the conservation fund unless there's a willing seller. And so far, no.
Understood. I think that's what we do have in multiple places here in town. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back to on the buildings, are they going to be single family? You said 2 duplexes?
2 duplexes, the rest single family. Or
Okay.
I'll let Julie answer that.
I agree with Jess.
It's nice that you guys, you know, again, the committees are on the same page.
Jess and I see a lot of each other lately. Should be in more fun settings, Jess.
Yeah, and I figured out at the last planning board meeting how to distinguish between Jess, who's on the Conservation Commission, and Jess, who's a resident in that neighborhood.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Split personality.
You have to put on different hats.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have hats. I should bring visual hats.
One that says Save Stratton Hill. And one without.
Not a bear.
That's right. Sounds good. All right. Anything else, Julie, from planning?
No, that's our focus right now.
Okay. All right. We wish you luck. And Barry?
For the survey forms, about 35, I think it is, out of about the 90 of the identified properties. The form, about 34, 35 of the Form Bs have been submitted to Mass Historic, and we're just waiting for their approval. So I'm not sure when she's sending in the rest of them, but I suppose you don't want to overload Mass Historic, especially in the summertime.
So how many have been sent in?
I believe it was either 34 or 30, I'd say 34
Okay,
out of about 90.
okay.
Nice. Did anybody have a chance to go to Sandy Pond School open house? I had to work, so I was not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I haven't heard back from Irv, so I'll probably reach out to him to see on how well it was received. I know people are looking forward to the building being opened up and used by residents, so that's good. All right, go ahead, Barry.
Not, we didn't have anything to do with it, the Historical Commission, but the fountain that many years ago, around 1916 or so, used to be in Depot Square, is now in Depot Square again. I don't know if you noticed when they put that in there. I think it was last week. So, and that was the one that was at the, East Main Street, Harvard Street intersection as you're heading towards the Rotary there, that used to be filled with plants. So it's good to see that was back and all painted up, and the attachments, finials, whatever they call them in the center of the fountain are installed.
Nice. It'd be nice when that finally opens up.
Yeah, isn't it at the end of this month?
I think so, because
I thought that's what I heard. Don't quote me on it, but I thought I heard it was at the end of this month. So
yeah, because I know that they were still working on the bathrooms. And,
yeah, they just brought that building in last week as well,
Yeah.
didn't they? The whole
yeah, they
building.
did. Yeah, a nice little modular. Boom. Pop it right down.
There it is. A brick porta potty.
Oh, you got it. All right. There's really nothing to report for the affordable, not affordable, but the housing authority. I was not able to make the meeting because I was working. So with that, I don't have any update with that. And the Affordable Housing Committee, we have not heard back from the state with regards to that letter of asking for the state to ignore the eligibility, to waive it. I didn't say ignore it, but to waive the eligibility of the appraised value for the property over on Fitchburg Road. So we haven't heard back from that. And there will be, hold on, a cat going across the screen. We will have a meeting of the trust coming up around, I think, the 13th of the month. So, or no, it's around there sometime. I know that the select board is meeting, I believe, on the 13th. And yeah, so that's about it for those three. I think that's it. Is there anything else?
Not from me.
So, all right, so our next meeting is going to be August 10th. I will go ahead and, like I say, and generate the public notices. Prior to that, I'll send it on to Jen just to make sure I got the wording correctly with regards to the review of the plan. And that will have to go out by the end of, by middle of July, probably the week of the 15th. So, and same thing, I'll only put it out on the Public Spirit, or I mean the Neshoba Voice. So, all right, if that's it, my God, we're done before 8. Enjoy the weather. And again, thank you very much for everything that you
Good to
guys
see
do.
everyone. Stay healthy.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Right,
thank you so
You
much.
too.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait, we have to
Bye.
adjourn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. Forgive me. Thank you, Jess. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, so formal, so moved.
Bye.
Billy making the motion, Barry seconds. I,
Bye.
Aye.
you got it. All right, thanks, Sal.
Okay.